Hello, welcome to another performance by Concert Opera of Greater Chicago. I am Alvaro Ramirez, the artistic director, and your host. As promised, after our first installment, A Little Mozart, this is the next chapter in the series of videos that we will be uploading to Vimeo and YouTube. We're going to go from Mozart to Donizetti. We have some Lucrezia Borgia for you. Before we get to Lucrezia Borgia, though, I would like to thank you for the wonderful reception that you gave our Mozart program. Thank you for your subscriptions, your likes, your suggestions, and your critiques. Following some of the suggestions, I would like to talk to you a little bit more about Concert Opera of Greater Chicago. We are a non-for-profit organization based in Chicago. We have 4 or 5 different performance venues spread out across the Chicagoland area, and our goal is to provide outstanding classical vocalists with as many opportunities to perform as possible, whether it be in programs featuring arias and ensembles, or in performances of complete operas sung in the original language. We have piano accompaniment, and when the budget allows, a small orchestra. On to Lucrezia Borgia. The first half of the decade of 1830 was very successful for Gaetano Donizetti. Elixir of Love had been a rousing success, and in 1833, Lucrezia Borgia premiered at La Scala. 2 years later, in 1835, Lucia di Lammermoor premiered. Lucrezia Borgia is based on the play Lucrezia Borgia by Victor Hugo. The adaptation into an operatic libretto was done by Felice Romani, who had also collaborated with Donizetti on the Elixir of Love. It is worth noting that Victor Hugo actually hated it when composers appropriated his plays or his novels and turned them into musical spectacles. So much so that when Donizetti took the opera to Paris, Victor Hugo threatened to take legal action. The opera had to be renamed, restructured, and we went from Renaissance Italy to Carthage in the year 250-300 BC. What we have for you is the first scene in the prologue of Lucrezia Borgia. We have a small prelude that immediately leads us to a party at the Palazzo Grimani in Venice. And here we're going to meet some soldiers of fortune. We're going to meet Gennaro, the illegitimate son of Lucrezia Borgia. The big part of the plot here is that he doesn't know that he's Lucrezia's illegitimate son. He's a tenor. His best friend, Maffio Orsini, is sung by a mezzo-soprano. We have 2 other tenors in this ensemble of friends. We have Vitellozzo and Liverotto. We have 2 baritones, Gazzella and Petrucci. And we have a bass, Gubetta, who is a spy/assassin in the service of Lucrezia Borgia. The friends are having this party to celebrate the fact that they are going to be escorting the ambassador Grimani to visit the court of the Duke Alfonso d'Este, married to Lucrezia Borgia. They start by saying that nothing compares to Venice, and even though they're looking forward to their trip, nothing can compare to the lights of Venice. Gubetta intervenes and says that no matter what they think, the court of Duke Alfonso is the most sumptuous in all of Italy, mostly because of Lucrezia Borgia. At the mention of her name, the friends are horrified. Do not mention that name is cursed. Orsini says that only he has the most reason to hate the Borgia woman. He's about to tell the friends this story when Gennaro says, "Oh God, if you're going to tell that story again, I'm going to take a nap." Imagine that. Personally, this is a little bit of an aside, I do think that when a tenor takes a nap, it's a good thing. You can let me know how much you disagree with me in your critiques or whatever. Going back to Lucrezia Borgia, as Gennaro decides to take his nap, Orsini starts telling this tale. After the Battle of Rimini, where he was fighting along with Gennaro, he was fatally wounded. Gennaro saved him and led him to a hidden forest where he nursed his wounds and brought him back to life. As they had the energy to start going their long way home back to Venice, an implacable old man appeared to them, a gigantic old man appeared to them and prophesied that they would die together, and that the name of Borgia was an ill omen for both of them. This is the first scene in the prologue of Lucrezia Borgia. Here's Mafio Orsini and his friends, Soldiers of Fortune. I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you.
Insieme